Hey everyone, and happy Friday. It's time for a quick video devotion for you to follow along with your family. We've been thinking and wondering and imagining this week about heaven. On Monday, we talked about how heaven is a special place because it is a place that Christ is preparing for us. We're welcome there and we'll be in God's presence. Wednesday, we talked about how heaven is a place with no death, no pain, no grief, no tears. And today I want to revisit a well-known story where Jesus sums up heaven in a single word. In what was perhaps Jesus' darkest moment while he was hanging in agony on the cross, the Gospels tell us that Jesus was being crucified between two criminals. Later texts that are known as apocryphal, because they were not allowed into the final version of the Bible, they actually give these criminals names. And they have a few different ones depending on the text that you read. But most commonly, they're known as Gestas and Dismas. Luke's gospel is the only one of the four to give us a little extra information about these criminals. Luke chapter 23 tells us that one of them, the one later named Gestas, mocked Jesus, daring him to bring himself down from his own cross if he really was the Son of God. It was the other criminal, the one later named Dismas, who defended Jesus and asked Jesus to remember him when he came into his kingdom. And then Jesus responds through his pain with those unforgettable words, "Truly I tell you, today you will be with me in paradise." Paradise. That's the word Jesus uses to describe the place he was going, the place this criminal would come with him. And in this one word, we learn a few different things. First, the word paradise contains a whole lot to unpack. It comes from an old Persian word that means an enclosed royal garden. Imagine being in a garden surrounded by protective walls in the middle of this luxurious palace. Everything in this garden is carefully manicured to provide the most peaceful, relaxing, and beautiful scenery. You'll remember that the story of humanity's relationship with God in the Bible begins in a garden called Eden, which means pleasure and delight. Second thing, Jesus says to Dismas, "You'll be with me in paradise." Jesus says you'll be with him. Jesus will be there in the place that the criminal calls his kingdom. Third, this criminal at his execution was given this heavenly reward because of his great faith in Jesus. If you read through the Gospels, Jesus always rewards people who have great faith, regardless of what their story has been prior to meeting Jesus. That gives me hope no matter what kind of past I have, because I'm accepted when I believe in the saving power of Jesus. And I believe the same is true for all of us. So we're going to stop here for today. And I've decided that next week I plan to keep talking about this question, but from a little bit of a different angle, because some of you might be wondering about who we'll get to see when we get to heaven. But for now, I invite you to read Luke 23, 39 through 43, and then talk as a family about how you define paradise and what a heavenly version of that might look like. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay home, and share this devotion with a friend. We'll see you soon.